Hello, in this video we're going to look at while loops in Java. So looping is where we really start to leverage the power of programming to change what would otherwise be extremely repetitive or even impossibly repetitive tasks into something we can just get the computer to do automatically. So what I'll do here, since I'm using Eclipse and since I don't want to see all these projects, I've created a new project called While Loops for this video. I'm just going to click this little down arrow by the Package Explorer, go to Select Working Set. I'm going to select Projects 2, which doesn't have any projects in it at the moment. This is what I created in the last video. Click Edit, and I'm going to say that I want while loops in this working set. Click Add for that, click Finish. And I just want to see the Projects 2 working set. So I click OK. And there we go, that's cleared things up a lot. Okay, so I've got a blank project here, and I'm going to output some text. So sysout control space and hello. And let's run this project. So it just says hello, nothing spectacular there. Now, a while loop looks like this. So I use a Java keyword, a reserved word. So it's a special word in the Java language, and there aren't all that many reserved words in the Java language, but this is one of them. And we can already see some others, for example, public and class and package. So let's type while. And next we've got two round brackets like this. And then we've got an opening curly bracket on the same line. It's on the same line because of the code formatting convention that I'm using. You could be using a different one, but I wouldn't recommend it. And then we hit return, and Eclipse has actually put in the closing curly bracket for me. Now what's this going to do? Well, we're going to put stuff between these curly brackets. So in this code block, between these two curly brackets, we're going to put statements that we want to run repeatedly over and over again. And we have to have some way of saying how many times we're going to run them repeatedly. And in this case, what I'm going to do is something that you don't usually do in a computer program, but we're just learning here, so it's fine. I'm going to make it run forever, or rather until we stop the program. And to do that, I'm going to say while, and in the round brackets, I'm going to put true. What's true? Well, it's that's a good question. You know what, we'll tackle that in a future video. But we have a primitive type in Java called Boolean, and it can take the values true and false. So like an integer can take the values, can take whole number values. Boolean, the Boolean types of variables can take these values true or false, just one of these two values. And here we're using true. So that's saying while true is true, in other words, keep looping. And the value true is always true, so it will loop forever. Don't worry too much about this. If this sounds baffling, I'm almost managing to confuse myself. Don't worry about it for the moment. But we'll be looking at much more sophisticated while loops later on. For some reason I've got an aeroplane going past. It always happens when I make videos. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select this system.out.println hello, and I'm going to just cut it. So Control X or Command X on the Mac. And I'm going to paste it between these curly brackets. That didn't go so well. Let me try again. There we go. And just to make sure the formatting's okay, I'm going to run the auto format. Control Shift F. Okay, that removed a few blank lines. So we're saying while true is true, in other words, while forever, output hello. And if we run this little program now, then it outputs hello over and over again. It's going to keep doing that till I stop it, and probably my computer fan will start going pretty quickly because it's going to be using up too much processing power. I'm going to stop it by clicking this red button in the console. That stops your programs. So it's now stopped. And I don't know if you can hear it, but my computer fan is kicking in. So it's not good to let these programs run for too long. Better if you just look for the sort of grayed out run terminate button in the console there, and run it and then quickly stop it again. I'm not actually sure if this can be stopped. If I click in the console, no, I do Control C. In a normal console, typically Control C might stop that program, but here it's doing nothing. So I'm just going to use the terminate button. Okay, so try that out for yourself. Try creating this little program, and before you run it, so you don't end up having to forcibly quit Eclipse or something, make sure you can see this it's grayed out at the moment, terminate button in the console. And then when you start seeing hello being output, hit that terminate button, because you don't want this to overheat your computer. Okay, try that out for yourself and verify it works, and we'll be looking at some more stuff relevant to this in the next video. Okay, so until next time, happy coding.